Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I have an account on the map from Slindon in West Sussex, and the lady that it happened to has recently got back in touch with me. And she said, "Hi, everyone. I was wondering if anyone knew where I could get hold of or look at old newspaper articles or reports of skeletal remains, or if any of your readers could help me find some information that might help me work out what I heard back in my younger days as a child playing out." I shared my account with Deborah a number of years ago now, and my experience happened to me in Slindon when I was younger, and I'd visited my grandparents in West Sussex. I was 7 or 8 at the time, so it would have been 86, 87, and it was the start of autumn. I was the youngest at around 7 or 8, and the eldest of us was 12 to 13 at the time. And all four of us were in a patch of woods opposite the local college, playing with sticks, sword fighting with them, and using them as walking sticks and looking for squirrels. We were very nature orientated kids, and we were quite sensible. And while playing with our sticks, we heard what I could only describe as a lion's roar at the time and at that age. It came from the right of us, and it sounded close, between about 15, 20 feet away. I still remember the sound to this day and can describe it in more detail than I could then. It was very, very loud. It had a gruff raspiness to it. A lion's roar changes tone and level, and it's quite prolonged. But this sound didn't change tone or have a change in tone at the end. It was one continuous sound and tone in a brief, gruff exhale. Asthmatics have a tool that they puff air into to measure lung function, and they expel the air in one short, sharp, deep blow. I likened the sound, length, and deep huff to that action, but with a very deep rah sound. We threw our sticks and ran as quickly as we could back to our grandparents' house. Now, it was my dad's birthday recently, so I was having a good chat with him on the phone about all sorts, and I mentioned that we saw pheasants and pheasant shooters down the next road from the woods. And I took my other half and the kids there last year to have a good look round in the woodland. My dad asked jokingly if we'd found any bodies or anything strange around the pheasants. I said no, but asked why he would say that. And apparently he went on to add, when he was 8 and his older brother would have been around 10, they found a whole skeleton in the chalk rock face there at the old Slindon bottom gravel pits. He and his brother brought it all home and laid it out on top of the table on a big board on the dining room table, and they managed to make it up into a full skeleton. Of course, when his parents found out, they'd phoned the authorities straight away, and the body was taken away, and they never heard anything more about it. And my dad went on to explain it was a pretty big event at the time, from what he remembered, but he was only around 8. I told him about the time we came across the derelict large pig farm enclosure and a set of buildings further up the track from those woods. And he just came out and said, oh, he used to cut through those woods as a kid with his mum, and they all used to hear strange animal noises. His mum would be practically sprinting, telling them to hurry up or the Roman chariots would get them. I told him what Grandpa had said about the roar we heard that day as being just a wallaby, and he must not have been in the room when we were telling Grandpa, otherwise this conversation would have been brought up sooner. He said no way were the noises he'd heard as a child a wallaby, and he was born in 1948, so any records I'd be looking for would be the mid-50s when the skeleton was found. From one small area of reports of a growling from an unknown source, large knocks and noises and animal snarls, all in an area full of ancient burial sites and mounds. An old skeleton found in a rock quarry or something that would have been reported to the police and the newspaper at the time, surely. Does this ring a bell with anybody? Are you from this area and can help at all? Is there anyone from the area that has also heard or experienced anything strange down by the bottom quarry? If you have, get back to me and I can let Sonny know. So until next time, thank you all very much for your help. Good night.